Hi, dear. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you so much for asking. How about you?
I'm good too. Thank you for asking. All right. How's your family doing? How's your baby doing?
Yes, ma'am. Everyone is doing pretty well.
Okay. That's very lovely to know. So, for Jaya, for today's discussion, we will be talking a little bit on flowers, use and misuse of it. Okay. So, you tell me first, are you a flower person? Are you not a flower person? So, what kind of a person are you when it comes to nature, especially
Uh,
flowers?
yes, so as in our previous session also, I think I told you that I love nature, so I love flowers as well. Like it instantly, like everyone, like every other person, a flower instantly lifts my mood up, and
Right.
so I love flowers. Yes,
Yes, it makes us really happy and excited. Correct.
yes.
Mm. One other question is like, do you think we are destroying the balance of nature by plucking so many flowers? What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, I haven't thought about it before, but yeah, the people do pluck a lot of flowers because flowers has been used in a variety of ways actually, and it is, I think, a part of parcel of our daily lives as well. So, and as we all know that flowers are the reproductive organ of a plant. So if we pluck a lot of flowers, then it will definitely affect the reproduction system. And what else? Mm,
The nature would be affected, isn't it?
yes, the
Because
nature would be affected.
because it is for our own use, it's for our personal gain. Sometimes we tend to buy a lot of flowers, so we have to understand, okay, how is it happening. Sometimes we also, the nature needs them, isn't it? And believe me, it's so beautiful, especially in a garden, in a park. Whenever you see the flowers, right, it actually helps us more than when you go to a shop and when you buy it. Isn't it? So all
Yes,
this
it's
actually
true.
helps us. Okay, so what would you say is your favorite flower and why is that?
I love flowers in general. I love roses. I love jarberas also,
Okay.
tulip. Um Yes, I love many different kind of flowers, orchids also sometimes. Um, so there is no favorite kind of flower. Like I love rose and like it is my favorite. It's not like that. I love different, various kind of flowers.
Okay, so you are someone who really enjoys looking at all these, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yes,
Flowers in
yes.
general.
Because yes. So actually, we have a lot of plants here as well. And my husband and my mother both are like they love gardening. And whenever they see a particular plant, they try to bring that to our home as well and plant it and take care of it. So we have a lot of flowers, and sometimes in the morning, if I have some time, I go to the terrace and try to see all those flowers. As I said, it instantly lifts up my mood, and sometimes I pluck flowers also without like telling anyone, because then they would really scold me. So I pluck 2 3 flowers, and I take the flowers with me in my bag.
Okay.
So yes, I love to smell them from time to time, and at my desk also at my office, I put those flowers on my desk, and it gives me really nice vibes. Sometimes looking at the flowers because they are really colorful and smell so nice. And office is sometimes really boring, so yeah, I do that.
See, that lightens up your mood, I guess, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. In general, what all occasions do we tend to use flowers
I think we don't need any occasion to use flowers. Like we use flowers to gift people
as a
because we
gift?
think as a gift.
Correct?
We use flowers as a gift
Mhm.
to give someone to show our to show our feelings to them, because every flower is associated with different feelings. Like
Mhm.
red rose is for love and romance, and yellow rose is for any yellow flower is for friendship. So we do use as a gifting purpose. Other than that, decoration. I think
Right.
decoration is the is in decoration. I think a lot of flowers has been used, and we do offer flowers to different deities to show our devotion and
Right.
love towards
Correct.
them.
Okay.
So these, I think, these are the three main ways that we use flowers for. And other than that, flowers do have a lot of usage. Like we can consume them as well. So we make different kind of
Yes, very true. Perfumes.
perfumes, tea, like chamomile tea, then different kind of tea, tulsi tea, and different kind of tea we make, perfumes as well, essential oils for skin, for dry, dull, damaged skin, and for hair as well. Uh, some plants do have medicinal
Value.
properties,
Medicinal value, we can say.
values, yes, anti-inflammatory properties.
True.
So, yes, these are
when you
also,
mentioned about when you mentioned about those, right now we can see, right, look, prior to this, the western medicine or the western products that you see, there was nothing like rose water or anything like that. But now more majority of their products, they tend to say, okay, we are using turmeric, we are using this, or we're using that, and these were homemade remedies that we used to use back here in India. Correct.
yes, yes.
Mm.
And one thing, as you said, home remedy. So, one thing I clearly remember that whenever when we were children, whenever we cut ourselves by something, my mother, because we used to have that time as well, we used to have a lot of plants in our home. So, my mother, she uses the leaves of marigold plant,
Okay.
and she rub it on the site of the cut, and the blood flow instantly
Okay.
stops. So,
All right.
it can be used like this also. So yeah, home remedies are something that we use flowers for.
Yes, and it's very famous, I believe, in India. I believe in Asian countries it's pretty famous, correct?
Yes.
Hmm. Okay, and I always believe flowers always, if at all I see a bouquet of flowers, I get so excited. I get so happy. Just somehow or somewhere it just makes you really excited about the day.
Yes, and for me, I think I I do not like the bouquet of flowers.
Okay.
Um, I love like one flower, maybe two or four or five maximum, like tied uh, in a bundle. But other than that, I don't like the bouquet and all.
Okay, all right. So, Jaya, another discussion that I want to have with you is real versus real heroes. Okay, so when we know about real, it's basically in a movie. There's
Then can I say something?
sure, go on.
Yeah, so when I check the topic, actually two topics are mixed in this. So the
Yeah,
flower portion and the real versus real hero. But actually, my previous session, I had only the topic real versus real hero. So I already actually covered the topic in my previous session.
okay, okay, no problem. Then we'll just have a slight discussion about a few words related to that then. Okay?
Okay, yeah, okay.
On the other hand, what I would want to say is any particular movie in this particular aspect that you see. For example, right now, 12th Fail, isn't it? That particular movie, have you watched it? It's a real life
No,
incident. You have not watched it? So 12th Fail is basically the story of a particular IPS officer. I mean, I just know the gist of it. So it's on that. So
okay.
we understand that if at all it's a person, who does that much of hard work, and then in movie we see a totally different person, and then they tend to be very famous about it and all that. So just give me an understanding, is there any particular person that you have watched in a movie? So the real person is obviously it's their character being played over there. Any particular movie like that you really enjoyed a lot in that aspect?
Mm, I don't think I remember a movie like this. No.
Okay, no problem. So, Jay, another question that I want to ask to you is, you're very much aware, right? There's so many young girls, so they tend to always, I believe, whenever I train young girls also, one particular aspect I always understand is when women, especially young women, right, they tend to have their career in one hand, they're very strong independent women, okay, or probably they are trying to pursue their career, but then when it comes to their relationship or various other aspects, they tend to always, try to be very, I won't say very understanding towards it. They tend to, whatever the partner says, they tend to just agree to it. Isn't it? So there's this concept that we see, especially Indian community, I believe, Asian community, correct? We tend to prioritize their needs before us, which is really nice sometimes. Okay, sometimes it really works, but especially when you see with young college students or young, very young people, they're just coming up in their life, probably just 20, 21, 22, and all. And they are not, they tend to focus more on this, on their relationship. They do not tend to focus on their career or their academics. So what are your thoughts about all that, and were you also someone like that, and then later on you realized, okay, it's your career, your friends, all that matters. It's not that, okay, you have to find your, as we say, we are brought up watching Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and things like that, isn't it? So we always think, okay, we need a Rahul in our life, we need the Siddharth, we always think like that. So we are made in that aspect. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yes, I used to think like that as well because I can clearly remember that in my college days, I used to read a lot of love stories, love romance novels, and I used to fancy those, perfect characters like the guy protagonist, I can say. So, and I used to fancy that, in my life, there would be a guy like this who would be so caring and loving, would be always with me, all the time with me whenever I am going. But later in my life, I realized that I think that the thing is really boring. If someone is all the time with you, like doing everything together, sometimes it gets really boring and you need to give each other a little bit of a space, because you have your own likings. He maybe has his own, and if you two agree on certain things, you can spend time doing those things. But other than that, I think a space is really important in any relationship. But as uh, as a college going girl or maybe just college pass out, we do not have that maturity. uh, the reason is we do not have much experience by then. And as time passes by, I think we gain a lot of experience by watching others doing mistakes as well as doing mistakes ourselves.
Right.
And that's how we become mature at a certain point in life. And uh, and I think maturity depends also on your background and your social surroundings from where you have come.
Mhm.
So we say that, like, she is mature. She is acting beyond her age. Like,
Yes.
she is 16, but she is so mature.
Right.
We say that she is 20, but she acts like she is 26 or maybe 27. So she is taking decisions like a mature person. So we do have such kind of people as well. But in general, 2021 up to 25, also people are kind of a naive and tend to like daydreaming about a perfect person to come in their life and rescue them. Uh, like in what we have heard in different fairy tales. So we want that that prince to come, and whenever a relationship does not go well, that affects us tremendously due to these reasons. And I think at that time it is very important to surround yourself with the right kind of a person, right kind of people, those who
Right.
can give you the right information, the right suggestion,
Guidance. Right guidance.
guidance. Yes, right guidance, so that you can you can do the things that you need to do at that point at that point. Because if you are in college, then you need to study properly, because after that you need good marks to get into a good job to secure your future. So studies is important. Study is important. And after passing out your college, then you need to give different kind of interviews, and sometimes you appear for different competitive exams. That time also you need to concentrate more on your studies. But that doesn't mean that you study all the time. You can't study all the time. You need a little bit of refreshment. And I think I'm not that fortunate, but I have some friends. I had some friends at that time who used to have boyfriends.
Correct.
So during the daytime, they used to study a lot, and then in the evening they used to go out, have fun with them, and then come back, and then they used to study again.
Okay.
So the quality of their study um, is much better than compared to other person who is sitting all the time in their houses and study. And those who have not many friends, not going out with them and spending time. So yeah, I think all the time you don't need a boyfriend. Like you can do those things with your friends also.
Yes, even I
But
believe
we
somewhere it's a
yeah
friendship that
so
actually one should take care of, isn't it?
yeah yes. But that boyfriend tag. Oh, you don't have a boyfriend, so we always in search of a perfect boyfriend. So yeah.
That my mom used to tell me all this time you'll tell all this, but once you have a job, a family, then you will realize I wish I had studied more, I wish I had done more in my work, because that is what matters at the end of the day. Look, right now there are so many young girls who are like my youngest, she's also going off to college now. So we understand that okay, there are so many perspectives, it's not just that this one aspect or that one aspect, because life doesn't revolve around, as you mentioned, the fairy tale, isn't it? It's all
Yes,
an
ma'am.
illusion that we are creating.
Yes, and I want to add one more thing. So now that we have like the younger like cousins, I have some cousins who are younger to me, and who are going through the same phase in their life. But they sometimes call me and ask me what should I do and what should I not do. But I don't like to tell them these things you should do, because at the end of the day, you will do what your mind or what your heart will tell you to do. If I tell you that no, don't go out with that guy is not suitable for you, she will not be able to understand that why I'm saying that. So it's good to to go with the flow, and to feel everything. Either it's a heartbreak or like any kind of a failure. Just go through that phase, learn from it, feel the kind of pain that it gives you, and then only you can be aware that no, this mistakes I cannot repeat again, because it drained all my energy. The previous event drained all my energy, and it took a lot of time for me to get back on my feet. So it's really important for you to go through those phases and experience those things by yourself, and then take your decision. I think that's how you become really strong and independent woman. And uh, and uh, now, like after marriage, like when I met my husband, so after that, actually, everything, kind of shifted to reality. So my daydreaming, my imagination completely, shifted to reality, because he is a kind of a person. So I should not say that, like I'm not like boasting of it, but he's a very, he's caring. He's very much caring, and like he's sensible,
Right.
and he is strong, but still he is sensible. He can, like, sometimes I cannot relate with certain things, but he can.
And that's what
He's a
that's required in a family life, isn't it?
yeah, he's so sensible. I mean, like, he's just opposite to me. I feel sometimes, and he is not with me all the time, because he used to live in other like not other city, but in the same city, but he used to live quite far away from me. So we used to not like meet all the time. So that thing that was in my mind, that no, whenever I will go out, my boyfriend should come and should go with me to help me in every field. So that thing, like, go away instantly,
Oh,
because then I realized that it's all about mental support.
Right, that is very true. And I believe it's more
Yeah.
about understanding also. If the
Yes.
other person, if your partner is able to understand, okay, she did that because she has her reasons for it, isn't it? Right now, there's a lot of toxicity that comes with it, and that drains a lot of your energy. And you think somewhere, okay, that is normal because it's that because that person loves me. But you have to think twice. Is it actually because of that, or is it actually the toxic traits that is showing up? Isn't it? So
Yeah. Yeah.
all those come because right now also a sense of look with sense of relationship that goes on, we tend to always, and I believe young girls, they tend to justify everything when they are in love. They always tend to just, oh, it is that, it's because of this, oh, he did that because he loves me, she did that because she loves me. It's both the ways. Like both the ways,
Yes.
people, they tend to justify every action. They don't tend to think, okay, that it's not right what he did, he must change. No, they don't think that. Correct, they tend to always accept, and I believe that is where something, it's wrong. You can't just accept anything and everything. Is it?
Yes.
Obviously there are mistakes. Look, you commit mistakes, I commit mistake, right? But somewhere we must also realize, okay, look, if you keep continuing this, I can't tolerate, or I'm not supposed to tolerate, isn't it? So all these also comes into picture, I believe, when it comes to a man or a woman. Is it
Yes.
both the
Yes.
people? And it's always said sometimes, the more you suffer in something, the more it's going to happen to you. It's a very recent example
Yeah.
I read also. So there was a young girl, the reason behind this topic also, it was a very young girl, she's very young. So she literally ended her life because her particular partner was not, be he cheated on her, something like that happened, so she ended her life. So you see, it's because we are not giving that awareness that it's not her fault, right? Because girls tend to think, okay, maybe I wasn't perfect, I wasn't good enough. And right now a lot of topic goes around the topic consent. Look, when we are mothers, we tend to understand that more, right? I remember
Mm-hmm.
there
Yes.
was one
Yes.
particular thing my friend told me. She was always like, back in college, she's always tell me that, and would you allow your daughter to date the man that you're dating? Okay, and if your answer is no, then why would you date
So
that man?
yeah.
Okay, so if you won't let your daughter, so that made me think. I was like, yeah, that's very true, isn't it? If that's a yes, great. If that's a no, then so we must also somewhere think, have perspective, and we should also be very careful whenever we talk to our kids about all these also. So because when we get understood by movies or series that we are watching, okay, this is that, but beyond all that, it's, I believe, your work, your skills that matter.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And now there is a new term, situationship.
Oh my
So
God,
it's
are
like,
you
not taking responsibility and doing anything that you want and call it a situationship, not a relationship. I don't know what is
well,
happening with
I
the
don't know.
younger
Even I came
generation.
across that very recently, and I believe like so many situationship, friends with benefits, relationships. Yes, that was always there,
Yeah.
but all these ships, and I'm just like, what are people even trying to do in this aspect?
Yeah.
And I believe the feelings, both the guys and the girls, either of their feelings get played with, and that's so wrong.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay. All right, Jaya. Lovely conversation with you. Little bit work on fillers should be done. Okay. Like you used a couple of times. So make sure that you work on your fillers. Other than that, it was a great discussion. Okay. So when it comes to flowers or the topic when it comes to people being in love and everything, great discussion on it. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So what are you up to the rest of the day, rest of the evening? What will you be doing? Any
So
particular? Hmm?
no, no, no. I will only play with my child, because I locked the door right now and he was banging sometimes back. So
Oh,
I have to, go and play with him for some
okay.
time.
All right. Take care, Jaya. Hope to teach you soon.
Yeah.
Then bye bye.
Same to you, ma'am. Bye.